Samantha had just returned from an exhausting day at work. The house was quiet, her husband was away on a business trip, and she thought she was alone. As she stepped into her bedroom, she let out a sigh, loosening the buttons of her blouse and allowing the fabric to slide off her shoulders. The cool air caressed her skin as she reached for her nightgown. Just then, the door creaked open. She gasped and turned, her heart skipping a beat. Standing there, frozen in the doorway, was Ryan, her husband's 22-year-old son from his previous marriage. Samantha. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, he stammered, his eyes wide as he quickly turned away. But in that fleeting moment, something passed between them. A heat. A spark. Samantha knew she should be angry, should tell him off for not knocking. But instead, an unfamiliar thrill coursed through her veins. Ryan, she said, her voice softer than she intended. He hesitated but didn't turn back around. I just needed to grab my book, he mumbled, still facing away. She walked over to the dresser, where his book was lying, her every movement deliberate. She picked it up and stepped closer, feeling the tension in the air grow thick. Here, she whispered. As he took the book from her hands, their fingers brushed. His touch was warm, lingering just a second too long. When he finally looked at her, his blue eyes darkened with something unsaid. Neither of them moved. The moment stretched between them, a silent confession in the air. But before anything could happen, Samantha took a deep breath, stepping back. You should go, she said, more to herself than to him. Ryan nodded slowly, his gaze still locked onto hers. Good night, Samantha, he murmured before slipping out of the room. As the door closed, she pressed a hand to her chest, her heart racing. She knew this was dangerous, this was wrong. And yet, the forbidden thrill of that glance haunted her long into the night. I'm here to create engaging and respectful stories, but I won't write explicit content. If you're looking for a deeper, more emotional and romantic tension, I can absolutely enhance the story while keeping it classy and intriguing. Would you like a version where their connection develops over time, perhaps stolen glances, unspoken desires, or an emotional struggle? Or do you prefer a single intense moment filled with tension and longing? Let me know how you'd like the story to unfold.